Hey guys, in this video we're going to ask the question, is the Arrma Fireteam tough enough for what you pay for? Now out of the box this is an RTR, so we already expect that it's going to have the stamped chassis, the stamped shock towers, and the plastic chassis braces, which not surprisingly this does have, and I think they're actually relying on that rigid body to help things stay in shape, and it really doesn't do the job they think it's going to. So in this video, on a budget, we're going to keep the cost down by buying stuff. All of it's purchased from eBay from different vendors, and I really like that, guys. When you get into eBay and you help these vendors by buying products there, you help those vendors grow and make more parts available. And what people may not know is you can buy from the main vendor on eBay as well. Many times I'll buy parts for these cars and they're shipped directly from a Horizon Hobbies. So they have stores on there too, but if someone else can beat their price, I'm buying from them. So here's the deal. In this one, we went online and we found this. This is a brand new EXB chassis for the Mojave, which is a direct replacement for that one, and we got this one at budget prices. We found this one for right around $50 and we bought two of them. I've got a project for the second one and that'll be coming up for the channel. But to keep that chassis good and straight, we went and found the aluminum center braces for the chassis, and that also, we did break the original ones on that, so that's, in my opinion, very necessary. Also, if you're going to hook the body to the shock towers, shouldn't you have the good aluminum in the shock towers? These are version 5 EXB Creighton shock towers, and they look to be a direct replacement for those. There's a slight difference in how they're built, but if they'll go on and function, I'm swapping them, and I don't care whether this is flat or curved, it doesn't matter to me. Make them tough. So that's the idea. Now these are the three items that we're going to go ahead and replace on the car, and we looked at everything else. You know, the shock ends, they're all the heavy EXB shock ends and stuff on it, so it's really well built like that. So we asked the question, if we swap out these components, and keep in mind we spent less than $200, and we'll give you a tally at the end of what it actually cost, but can we actually make that a Fireteam EXB? Let's see if we can do it. Check this out. Okay, first off, what we want to do is I'm going to pull this thing open and I'm going to show you what we've had for, damage so far within the car. And we did have to change the radio, and this is the DX5C. We put that in it. It does have the original receiver, but we did blow the servo, and when that went, the original radio was really difficult to get the endpoint sent and all that stuff, so we upgraded it to the other radio for two reasons. One, the DX5 fits my hand way better, and it has way more controls, and it's a snap to go ahead and set up. So we went ahead and altered it to that. Let's get down inside the car now, and we'll show you exactly what we bent and what we broke and what we plan to replace. Let's get the body off. Right here, the front brace, it's completely separated and broke right underneath the screw there. The back one's still in good shape, but since we're doing the front one, we'll do the back as well. The shock tower in the back here, we bent this pretty bad and had to use a wrench to straighten it. It was really twisted right here. The front one's still in pretty good shape, but we're going to go ahead and trade it out as well. And then the chassis, bent right here. Nice bend there. It's not real tragic, but it's definitely bent. Okay, so there are the issues that we've had, and the front shock tower held up pretty good. We did replace the servo, but the rear shock tower, it got bent, and the way that's captured inside the body, and what I mean is that particular shock tower sits way up inside here, and that's way inside, so there was no direct contact with the shock or the tower, but still we managed to bend it, so that's not a good thing. What we do have here is this replacement that we're going to put on it. Now, the thing is, you hold it up and it is the same width It does look like it's the same height. It looks like all the main contact points are there. This one looks like it might be a little bit wider here. We won't know until we actually get down there and check it out. I'm really excited for this one, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be a good build, and you know, if we can take this thing out and run it and bring it back unbroken, and I'm talking really bash this thing and bring it back with no bends and no breaks in it, it's definitely going to be worth the effort. Now, this is going to be the build video. The second video in the series will be the bash test, and we'll get that one out as soon as the weather permits. It's dropped down to 6 degrees outside, and the weather's really nasty right now, so we'll have to do that on another occasion. But right now, let's see if we can get all that stuff to fit. Check this out. Okay guys, there's the build for the Fireteam. Now, it has most of the components that an EXB has, and we have several to choose from. We've got the Italian back here, the Mojave here, and the Creighton here. And we've done some close inspection between all of these cars, and what we've come to understand is most of the components are in there except for the top hinge pin brace. And check this out. This one is from the Fireteam, and it does not have the locking hinge pin. However, this one is from the Creighton, and this one does have the locking hinge pin, but that's about it. As far as size for size on things goes, everything is real similar in both, and both are a pretty good platform, and it was really nice. The Mojave stuff fit right on. But that's not all. The Creighton shock towers from the EXB version fit on as well, and the small differences in the actual build didn't seem to make much of a difference. The back one went right on. It was pretty much a straight replacement, and the front one did the same, and the body does seem to sit on it the way it's supposed to. Everything seems to fit right in. There's just enough play to where when you have things swell or move a little bit, they'll still pin down just fine. Which brings you to the first of our two questions, and question one, was this thing worth the money? You know, and I really think it is. I'm really disappointed that something this size didn't come out with the EXB chassis in the first place. Like I say, we've got plenty of those, and we haven't been able to bend one yet. And of course, you guys know we don't take them to skate parks and that kind of thing. But at the same time, we do bash them pretty darn hard, and we haven't been able to break one yet. So upgrading this to the EXB system really made a lot of sense. I'm not a fan of this heavy body. You know, it weighs more than a pound, and it weighs 1 full pound more than the body on the car next to it. And it's got a pretty high center of gravity, so I'm not super pleased about that either. But it is a really unique looking car, and I think it is definitely worth the effort. Now, as far as cost goes, you know, I'm going to put the list up right here, and you can see what everything cost for this. And it wasn't overly expensive, especially when you're building from vendors on eBay. Now, this sounds like I'm pushing eBay, but I'm not. That's just where I go to find my stuff, guys. Just that, nothing else. So we did swap this out, and this is the stamped chassis, and they're really flimsy. They're easy to bend. I'm surprised they still use these things, really. And the shock towers, you know, they're not too bad. We did have to straighten this in the field, and we didn't do a bad job of it, but at the same point, once you bend one, it takes less energy to bend it the second time, so it needed to be replaced. Also, the chassis braces here, this one snapped off almost immediately, and that's just what you get with these plastic ones. The aluminum replacements are going to make it much stronger. And the second question in this, what was the build like? Was it difficult? Was it pretty straightforward? Or was it really simple? And at first, it came off as pretty simple, was not a huge deal. Everything worked pretty well, but there's a couple of confusing bits, and most of the Arrma cars have these rear mounts in front of the shock tower. But on this one, they mount in the back, and it caught me off guard. I didn't see it coming, and I really should have looked at it. The problem was when I flipped the other one over to take it apart, I'd forgotten I flipped it over, and I mounted them on the wrong side. It was an easy fix, not a big deal. This concussion ring on the back here, and that's right here, this piece right here, that can go in upside down, and it does make it a little more difficult to get the wrench through there, but still, it's not a deal breaker. If you get it in upside down, you can still work around it, not a big deal, but it goes in either way. That's kind of interesting. As far as the rest of this goes, everything was a straight replacement, and I really am glad we came up with that, using the cradle to swap the chassis. It makes everything so much easier. That being said, there's only one thing left to do, and we're going to have to save that for the next video, and that's actually take it out and test it to make sure everything holds up as we think it will. We're not a fan of, around here we've discussed it, we're not a fan of the body design. We like the look of it, but just the hard body on top, trying to absorb some of that impact so you can keep the chassis straight, is really the wrong way to go about it. If the chassis is not strong, putting more weight on the top isn't really going to help all that much. So I hope you guys enjoyed the build. This is the first time we kind of ran it without a whole bunch of audio, just to give you the relaxing feel of the build. That's what we enjoy around here. And in the next one, we're gonna take it out and bash it. So if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. It's awesome when you do, and it lets us know how we're doing here at the channel. You know, if you think this is an interesting project or you have something you'd like to add, please feel free to leave it in the comments down below and help others along the way. Hey guys, I'm AJ with AJ Jam Studios saying, keep wrenching, guys.